Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be your guide through the world of global finance, creating a clear roadmap for any exporter looking to make their mark on the world stage.
So, you've got a fantastic product, and you know there's a world of customers out there waiting for it. But there's always that one big question that comes up first, right? How are you going to fund that global ambition? It's the hurdle every entrepreneur hits, and it's exactly what we're here to figure out together.
You know, you can think of finance as the fuel that powers your global expansion. It really doesn't matter if you're a small business just starting out or a big, established company. Getting the right kind of funding is absolutely essential to manage those overseas projects and make sure everything runs smoothly for both you and your buyers.
All right, let's start with the resources that are closest to home. We're talking about the capital you can either generate yourself or raise from the private market. For most businesses ready to grow, this is the very first stop on the journey.
Okay, so right off the bat, you're looking at a fundamental choice. You can go the self-funding route, which means you reinvest your own profits. The huge plus here, you keep complete control. The other path is to bring in outside capital, either by taking on loans or selling a piece of your company. Both paths can get you there, but they come with very different risks and rewards.
Let's be honest, waiting weeks or even months for an international customer to pay can be a real killer for your cash flow. And that's exactly where a clever tool called factoring comes in. Just think of it like this. You're selling your unpaid invoices to another company, and they give you most of that cash right away. It's a fantastic way to speed things up and keep your business humming along.
Now, forfeiting is kind of like factoring's bigger cousin, and it's used for those larger, more long-term export deals. You're still selling your export receivables, things like promissory notes, to a bank. But here's the magic part. It's done without recourse. That's a fancy way of saying the bank takes on all the risk. If your buyer doesn't pay, well, that's their problem, not yours.
But here's some really good news. You don't have to figure all of this out on your own. Many governments, including India's, are actively helping their businesses succeed globally. And these national agencies can become some of your most powerful partners.
For exporters in India, there's a whole toolkit ready to help you out. You've got the ECGC, which is basically your insurance policy against a foreign buyer not paying. Then there's the Exim Bank, which provides the special kind of financing you need for exporting and importing. And of course, development banks like IDBI and ICICI are there to offer wider financial support to help your business grow.
Now, let's zoom out from the national level. Beyond your own country, there's this huge layer of international institutions. Their whole purpose is to help the global economy grow and stay stable. Understanding them helps you see the much bigger picture of where your business can fit in.
And right at the top of that structure, you have the World Bank. Its mission is, well, it's huge. It's not just about money. It's about funding massive projects that build things like roads and ports, improve healthcare and education, and, at the end of the day, fight poverty across the globe.
The World Bank doesn't do all this alone. It works through a few key groups. First, there's the IDA, which gives interest-free loans to the world's most vulnerable countries. Then you have the IFC, which acts almost like a venture capitalist, investing directly in private companies in developing nations. And finally, there's MIGA, which provides a crucial safety net, insurance against political risks that most private companies wouldn't dare to touch.
So, if the World Bank is like the global construction company, building for the future, its sibling, the IMF, is more like the global firefighter. Its main job is to keep the entire international money system, we're talking exchange rates and payments, running smoothly, and to prevent financial crises from spreading.
And the scale of this operation is just immense. We're talking about 190 member countries, all working together and following the same rules to create the kind of stable environment that allows global trade to flourish for everyone.
To help manage all of this, the IMF even created its own special asset called the Special Drawing Right, or SDR. The easiest way to think about it is as a kind of global reserve money. It's not a currency you can go out and spend, but it's something central banks can use to boost their own official reserves.
So what gives this SDR its value? Well, it's actually tied to a basket of 5 of the world's most important currencies. You've got the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese yuan, the Japanese yen, and the British pound. The IMF regularly reviews and adjusts this mix to make sure it reflects what's really happening in global trade.
So, we have the banks and we have the money. But all of these financial players need a rule book to operate by, right? You need a clear, agreed-upon set of rules for how countries are going to trade with each other in a fair way.
Now, this system didn't just appear overnight. It's been a long journey. It all started way back in 1947 with an agreement called GATT. For decades, countries held these long negotiation sessions, they called them rounds, to slowly chip away at trade barriers. It all led up to 1995 when a formal organization, the World Trade Organization, or WTO, was finally created.
And the idea behind it all, from the very beginning, was beautifully simple: to reduce the barriers that make it so hard and expensive to trade across borders. That one powerful idea has pretty much shaped the entire global economy as we know it today.
This whole system is built on 4 core pillars. First, non-discrimination. Basically, you have to treat all your trading partners equally. Second, reciprocity. It's a two-way street. If one country makes a change, others should too. Third is transparency, making sure all the rules are open and clear for everyone to see. And finally, having a formal way to settle disputes when countries disagree.
So here's the most important thing to take away from all this. Whether you're trying to find private funding, looking for government support, or just need a fair set of rules to play by, there is a massive global network out there designed to help turn your local dream into a global reality.
The tools are out there, the support system is in place, and the rules of the game are clear. Yes, the global market is complex, but it's absolutely navigable. So the only real question left is, where will you take your business next?